Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. Inspection of wells in cyclone-affected areas continue. 2 girls murdered by brother in Qasab. Expat faces fine deportation for violating consumer protection law. Park in Rui temporarily closed for visitors. Beverly Hills Polo Club opens its store in Mall of Oman. Africa's COVID-19 cases near 8.48 million according to Africa CDC. Indian Capital 6-0 survey shows more than 90% people have antibodies. Musanna sailing week to kick off soon. Barcelona sack Ronald Koeman as head coach. And from T20 Cricket World Cup, Namibia beat Scotland by 4 wickets. These were the top headlines from the studio today. Let's see how the weather condition is like in the country in our weather update. Parts of the Sultanate of Oman may witness thunderstorms along with dust storms over parts of Al Wusta and Dhofar governorates, Oman Meteorology said earlier today. According to them, in a statement, the weather will be clear to partly cloudy skies over Musandam Governorate and the coastal areas of Oman Sea with a chance of thunderstorms. Mainly clear skies over most of the Sultanate of Oman with chances of clouds development and thunderstorms over Al Hajar Mountains and adjoining areas towards afternoon. The meteorology also added that dust storms are likely over parts of Al Wusta and Dhofar governorates, as well as there is a chance of late night to early morning low-level clouds and fog patches along parts of the coastal areas of Arabian Sea. With that, let's see what the temperature is like in rest of the governorates. Muscat will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 23 to 31 degrees Celsius. Musanna will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 20 to 29 degrees Celsius. North Al Batna will also be partly cloudy with temperatures between 24 to 30 degrees Celsius. South Al Batna will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 20 to 29 degrees Celsius. Al Buraimi will also be partly cloudy with temperatures between 22 to 30 degrees Celsius. Ad Dahra will be sunny with temperatures between 26 to 40 degrees Celsius. Ad Dakhliya will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 17 to 28 degrees Celsius. North Al Sharqiya will be sunny with temperatures between 17 to 33 degrees Celsius. South Al Sharqiya will also be sunny with temperatures between 22 to 30 degrees Celsius. Al Wusta will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 21 to 34 degrees Celsius. And lastly, Dhofar will also be partly cloudy with temperatures between 22 to 29 degrees Celsius. Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now, before we start with the local stories for today, let's see the COVID-19 situation in the Sultanate of Oman. According to the Ministry of Health, no deaths were registered in the Sultanate of Oman today, which means the total death remains at 4,111. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has registered 22 new cases of coronavirus in the Sultanate of Oman today. With this, the total confirmed cases now stands at 304,241, which also includes the total recoveries of 299,580, as well as total deaths of 4,111. In the last 24 hours, the health officials have also received 11 recoveries. The Ministry of Health has urged all the citizens and residents living in the Sultanate of Oman to follow the precautionary measures issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. And now from a local desk. Inspection teams from the Food Safety and Quality Center, commonly known as FSQC, continue to collect samples from wells in areas affected by Cyclone Shaheen to make sure they are fit for consumption. The efforts are part of the attempts made in the areas affected by Shaheen to monitor pollution and ensure their safety by collecting well water samples, said a statement from the FSQC, which falls under the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources. Inspection teams continue to carry out their duties in other parts of the country as well. On October 24th, the government organization visited a water bottling factory in Ad-Dahira to make sure it was up to code. The visit came as part of visits planned to many drinking water producing facilities in Oman to make sure the water produced is in keeping with national regulations. Similarly, another inspection was made on October 25th in Duqm, where teams assessed the seaworthiness of fishing vessels to make sure they follow the criteria required to ensure the quality of the daily catch. The Royal Oman Police in investigating a case in which two girls were killed by their 15-year-old brother in Khasab. According to the statement issued by the Royal Oman Police, it said that the girls were stabbed by their 15-year-old brother and their mother was seriously injured. Her health is stable. The incident took place in the Wilayat of Khasab in Musandam Governorate and the case is under procedures. An expat in the Sultanate of Oman has been fined with 5,000 Omani riyals, imprisoned for 3 months and will be deported from the country for non-compliance with replacing or repairing a defective commodity. According to the statement issued by the Consumer Protection Authority, commonly known as CPA, it said that Sohar Court of First Instance recently issued a judicial ruling for violating the consumer protection law issued by Royal Decree number 66/2014 for not committing to replacing or repairing a defective commodity. The accused was sentenced to an imprisonment of 3 months and a fine of 5,000 Omani riyals and is to be deported from the country for life after the end of his sentence unless he was arrested for another civil reason. The court also ruled that the vehicle sale contract between the plaintiff and the defendant be cancelled, obligating the defendant to pay an amount of 1,675 Omani riyals to the plaintiff and compensate him with 2,000 Omani riyals for the damage he sustained in accordance with the reasons for the judgment and obligating defendant to pay the expenses. The public park in Rui near the Sultan Qaboos Mosque will be closed temporarily for maintenance work, Muscat municipality said earlier today. According to the statement issued by the municipality, it said that we wish to draw the attention of visitors of the public park in Rui near the Sultan Qaboos Mosque. The park will be closed to carry out maintenance to the drainages of the Diyam Company and existing potholes. We will let you know when the park is reopened. With the opening of the Beverly Hills Polo Club store in Mall of Oman, apparel group, which represents several international brands, launched yet another fashion brand in the Sultanate of Oman. Well known for being the perfect destination for smart casuals for men and women, this is the first concept store of Beverly Hills Polo Club store, commonly known as BHPC in Oman. Along with the range of products for men and women, they are also having a kids collection, thus making it a true shopper's paradise. Beverly Hills Polo Club was established in 1982 and exemplifies the lifestyle that is Southern California. Inspired by both the luxury and heritage of Beverly Hills, the brand captures the excitement of the sport of polo along with the exclusivity of membership to a private club. It evokes a sense of casual effortlessness and offers luxurious clothing for men, women, and kids. Beverly Hills Polo Club also offers complimentary lifestyle products such as footwear, eyewear, watches, fragrances, handbags, and wallets. This was all from a local desk for today. It's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates coming your way from International Desk. Welcome back to TTV, watching Midday Update. And now from our international desk. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Africa reached 8,476,312 cases as of Wednesday afternoon, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, commonly known as Africa CDC, has recently announced. The Africa CDC, the specialized healthcare agency of the African Union, said the death toll from the pandemic across the continent stands at 217,483. Some 7,868,860 patients across the continent have recovered from the disease so far, according to the agency. South Africa, Morocco, Tunisia, and Ethiopia are among the countries with the most cases in the continent, the agency said. In terms of the caseloads, Southern Africa is the most affected region, followed by the northern and eastern parts of the continent, while Central Africa is the least affected region in the continent, according to the Africa CDC. Over 90% of people covered under the 6th latest Sero survey in the Indian capital region, Delhi, have developed antibodies against COVID-19, local media quoting a government report said lately. This means Delhi is unlikely to witness a COVID-19 wave as destructive as the second wave in April and May until a new severe variant emerges, the report quoting a government official said. It also added that, however, we cannot say Delhi has achieved herd immunity despite such a high level of seroprevalence. The report said it cannot be said that whether vaccination has a role to play in the high seropositivity rate in the capital. We have found COVID-19 antibodies in more than 90% of the samples collected during the 6th round of the survey, the report quoting official sources said. The sample collection under the 6th Sero survey started on September 24th. For the survey, 28,000 samples were collected from all the 280 wards, including New Delhi Municipal Council and Cantonment Board wards in the capital, the report said. The seropositivity rate in every district is more than 85%. More women were found seropositive as compared to men, the report quoting officials said. The 5th round of Sero survey conducted in January had shown that 56.13% of the people in Delhi had developed antibodies against COVID-19. According to Health Ministry update on Wednesday morning, Delhi reported 41 cases in the past 24 hours with no deaths. Once again, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from a sports desk. Welcome back to the Midday Update, and now from a sports desk. The Musanna Sailing Week, organized by Oman Sail, is set to kick off next Saturday, according to the Oman News Agency. According to the agency, the Sailing Week will see the participation of 50 sailors from around the world in the Optimist and Laser 4.7 category boats. FC Barcelona has relieved Ronald Koeman of his duty as first-team coach. The president of the club, Joan Laporta, informed him of the decision after the defeat against Rayo Vallecano, said the club official in an official statement on Thursday. Ronald Koeman will say goodbye to the squad later today. The statement further said that FC Barcelona wishes to thank him for his service to the club and wishes him all the best in his professional career. Barcelona suffered a defeat against Rayo Vallecano on Wednesday, and as a result, the side has slipped to 9th place in La Liga standings. The Dutchman was appointed as Barcelona manager in August 2020, taking over after Quique Setien had been asked to leave. 67 games in charge, Koeman had a record of 40 wins, 11 draws and 16 defeats. Namibia kicked off their Super 12 campaign in style with a 4-wicket win over Scotland